Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Vanitas. And this episode was a bit more serious than the previous one, which was a lot of fun thanks to the shenanigans of Jean, Vanitas, and Noe with Chloe. But in this episode, we finally get a bit more of the mystery of Gevaudan. It definitely deepens quite a lot. We finally get some history of Chloe, and Anya seems to be playing a very major role in this episode along with Chloe and Ruthven. So quite a few things are revealed in this episode, and which brings a lot more questions, especially about the wish. So let's get into it. Now it picks up from previous episode with Noe at the dinner table with Chloe, Naenia, the automatons, and John Jax. And I gotta say, I started liking John quite a lot more this episode. But before we get to that, Noe, very understandably, I liked him directly. Finally, very impulsive. Noe kind of felt a bit more like Vanitas in this episode, instantly mad at Naenia. And it was a bit suspicious, especially what was happening between Chloe and Naenia, because she didn't know her name. I don't even know how to refer to Naenia, honestly. But yeah, they actually get into it. Noe directly asks Chloe, "Are you the beast of Gevaudan?" And Chloe says she made the choice of her own wish to become a curse bearer. And throughout this episode, they keep mentioning this wish, and we still don't know what her wish is. And I'll touch more upon that. Now, the important thing that is revealed in this episode about curse bearers, and especially about Naenia, apparently the charlatan parade can't take the names of very powerful vampires by force. So they have to make this deal, give them something in return, a wish to grant them. Now, I don't know if that wish has some strings attached to it besides the name. Are they gonna actually fulfill their end of their bargain? Can the vampire take their name back if something's wrong with the deal? A lot of questions surrounding this. But I like that there's a limit to the charlatan or Naenia's powers taking names, true names of vampires. And even Noe classified that because, like I said, Naenia has this fixation on Noe, but can't forcefully take his name and wants to know his wish now. And I like Noe instantly. No, thank you very much, get out of here. But I feel like at some point could Noe actually give in into the wish. Sorry about that. He gets to something that coerces him, puts him in a very tough position. If we see Chloe throughout this episode, she was also in a very tough position, and Naenia manipulated, took advantage of the situation. I feel like kind of manipulated more to put Chloe into that position. And did one frame there or one picture when Noe just instantly went after Naenia, trying his best to attack her, did we see Naenia's face? I think she looked more female, but I'm very curious who or what is Naenia besides the charlatan parade. What exactly is their goal, and how did they end up being like that? Are they remnants of the world before the world formula? And we're gonna talk more about that. I don't have so many theories going through my mind, but we finally get a glimpse a bit into Naenia, and I'm glad we found out more about this. And throughout this episode, Chloe was pretty awesome. We get to see more about her, because she actually got mad that Noe spilled the food over and just beach slapped him across the table, across the room, honestly. She got a bit more serious there, and John Jax knows she can get very scary, so to say, the least. But like I said at the beginning, I'm starting to like John Jax a bit more. I'm still suspicious about him being the beast or Chloe being the beast. I think throughout this episode they said or almost confirmed she is the beast. I'm just not super sure, but this might just be me. I'm leaning towards now that she is the beast, but we'll have to see. I'm starting to like John, and I feel he would be willing to do anything and everything to protect her, even while bonding a bit with Noe over food. Noe complimenting him quite a lot. I feel like both John and Chloe are these fish out of water characters in a way, because they're not very used to socializing with the world or interacting with other peoples, and think just in their own bubble right there. And even when Noe went in to thank him, to shake his hand, Jean-Jacques got very embarrassed and flustered, saying nobody has offered to shake his hand so far. It's a first for him. And I like that Chloe says, when Naina told him, is it a good idea that those two should be together? Like, John needs some friends, so she definitely cares about John, and she, after what is revealed later on in the episode, she started being more used to the world, more used to people, interactions, and so on. Of course, she still has her own agenda, but I like the relationship between John and Chloe quite a bit. Now, from last episode, we finally have Dante talking, telling Vanitas why he is there. Yeah, apparently the Dapisher family started researching the world formula, very forbidden. The church again got involved, same as the world. They wanted to create the alteration engine to actually manipulate the world formula to change it, and that's how the beast was created, or at least they assume so. I don't think they know about the deal between Chloe and Naenia. And the one behind all of this is Francis Varney, Clockworld Fiend Marquis Machina. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name. Like, that's a light novel title right there. He should get his own series. So Dante is working for that guy. So this is the guy behind the scenes. I'm still not sure on which side he is, especially after one thing that's revealed later on, but we will get there. Now, we finally have Chloe's backstory a bit more, some flashbacks with her. We find out she's the only one alive from the Dapisher, and she was there before the beast, so this is why I think John is the one that is the beast. Now, Chloe has this wish for the engine, but it's still not revealed in this episode. We see a bit of the history with how she came to be in this position in the 16th century, so to say, sort of around there, and her father wanted to protect her, not wanting nobody to know that she was a vampire. His dying wish was also to turn her human again. So this was the reason that they started researching the world formula, wanted to create the alteration engine just for Chloe's sake. So it became a generational thing for the family, but throughout the generation it kind of got a bit perverse in a way. They started being more focused on the changing of the world formula and just creating that alteration engine, getting that power, and not just in focusing on Chloe. Even, like I said, even on his deathbed, I will make you human again. His promise to her daughter. Now, I don't know if that's gonna be possible. We'll see. This feels like a very big undertaking, to say the least. And this is also in the past, where Ruthven comes in, finally meeting Chloe throughout the generations. And I like that their first meeting kind of called her Madame was the translation, but I feel he called her Granny a bit. The face she made was priceless. I like them quite a lot there. The beginning of the relationship felt very friendly. I feel like they both needed each other in their life, and she gets a bit of revenge after that, calling him boy, and even he admits they are gonna be very good friends. Now, Ruthven is the instrument in a way that kind of tells Chloe about the world, the war, the church, the conflict between vampires and humans. She was very shut in just in her castle, focus on her family, promised the vow to create that alteration engine. Now, we also find out some things about Ruthven here, saying he likes both humans and vampires, and his wish is to stop the war between them. But this also doesn't end up the way he wants to, and we will get to, in a way, it ends the way he wants to, but I feel he wants more throughout this. I'm also starting to have quite a lot more questions about Ruthven, even more than part 1 after this episode. we see the moment again when he brings in John. I'm gonna say he brought John there not just for John's sake, but also for Chloe's sake, because they're super cute together, finally started to bond. And I gotta say, I liked John, but also Chloe got her a lot of help from John. She was the one that helped her get over her block of going outside when John just went into the woods just to run a bit. And when she jumped Chloe, the moment they had there, finally Chloe opening up to herself to the world, and that was a very beautiful and cute moment between them. So many stills from this series can be taken as a wallpaper, and Chloe and John enjoying themselves there, and it was a very emotional moment for Chloe. Now we have her still having that wish, that burden over her head, and even when John left, I liked the cute moment. Even Ruthven laughed when Chloe made that sad, frustrated face a bit that John had to go back to her parents. But John is also part of why Nanya got that crack in her way in to go after Chloe. But after this we have her still saying, I can't abandon my family, and this was the moment when she got lonely again, kind of shutting herself in again after everybody left her alone. Ruthven didn't come over, John wasn't there, she didn't even know what happened to John, and Nana started manipulating, or even before that saying, you're lonely, nobody is there, finally showing up to manipulate her. Now this is where Ruthven shows up again, wounded. We see his the wound he has on his eye losing, or did he lose it? I'm still not sure, still haven't really seen what's underneath there, but I'm gonna assume he lost the eye. And it felt a very different person. Now we have the cold, ruthless Ruthven we have gotten used to so far. But before that we saw a cheerful one, happy one, enjoying life, smiling. But after the wound we see him, the current Ruthven we have right now, saying, I was wrong, changing his mind and actually going in to bite Chloe to do to her the same thing he did to Noe. Swear to me, use that power as I command, the alteration engine, the knowledge the Dapisher family has. But Chloe is able to break it, and her eyes changed. Did she unlock her power then, or did the curse affect her a bit, kind of transferring his wish to her in a way? But the feel I got from there, she broke the Ruthven's power. He wasn't able to influence her as much, but the eye change kind of got me questioning a bit some things. That was the moment the relationship broke, to say the least, and he left. But yeah, this was another thing that broke Chloe quite a lot, saying she lost her very first friend. After that she also got a letter from a friend of Ruthven, and it's shown there, Machina, so it's the same dude, Francis Varney. So this guy is gonna be important moving on. Still not sure on which side he is. He actually a friend of Ruthven? Was he trying to use Chloe as everybody else? So many questions. The mysterious character we have in this episode, telling her that the war was over, Ruthven was the one responsible, climbing his way up the political ladder. So in a way he got his wish, but there's something more that I can't really place my finger on. What exactly is Ruthven planning to do? Is he still trying to get his revenge against the church, all humans? Does he hate humans now compared to before, saying he loves both humans and vampire? What happened to change him that much with the wound? Who wounded him? Also the mystery of the teacher and the animosity between them. And this is where she kind of lost her purpose, you know, after all, everything that happened. She didn't even know, why am I still trying to complete the engine, to what end? And these inner thoughts, inner doubts that she was struggling with kind of gave Nyania the way in, showing up again, manipulating her, say, destroy Gevaudan, it's the cage that is showing him become the beast. So again, Chloe being the beast, and she kind of sees a vision of killing Jan, strangling her. And after that she overhears some guys talking that a small girl named Jan was killed, and that hit her like a truck, to say the least, assuming that she killed Jan, that didn't know what was true, what was false, even Nanya amplifying that thought. So that's how Nanya kind of got in. So we still don't know the wish. We know that Nanya got the deal, so to say, got Chloe's name. Did Nanya fulfill the wish? Is Nanya trying to fulfill the wish? That big question is still it's still there. Now, I don't know, so many things happening in this episode, especially between Nanya and Chloe. What is her wish? Ruthven also, what is he planning to do? But the engine is apparently completed. Chloe touches it, everybody sees the light beam in the sky, and that's where the episode ends. And I need the next one. Give me the next one, come on. After last week's episode where I was laughing so much, this episode also has some funny moments. But this one was a more plot-driven episode, so to say, the least. And I like that Vanitas wasn't the focus of this episode. We had Chloe being the focus of this episode. But yeah, overall, again, an awesome episode. So many questions. I'm curious what you guys think about the episode, especially about Chloe. What do you think her wish is? And also, Ruthven, what do you think he's planning? But no spoilers. If you have read the source material, don't tell me. I can't wait for next week's episode. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about the episode. Remember to like and subscribe. Helps me quite a lot. You guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So, keep enjoying Vanitas. Again, for next week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.